Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome each and every one of you for Mental Health Webinar Series 2020-2024. Today, we are on session 1622 on topic Stupidity with Quotient SQ with our Honorable Resource Person, Dr. Venugopal Reddiar, sir. I would like to welcome you, sir. Then I would like to welcome all other organizers and participants on behalf of the American College Madurai in association with Elapan Counseling Center Chennai and Taken Positive Mental Health Practitioner Association, Andhra Pradesh. Now, a short intro about today's resource person, Dr. Venugopal sir. He is living in USA and his academic qualification are MBBS, MD, MRCP, ABIM, American Board of Internal Medicine from India, United Kingdom, and USA. His professional experience, he has been practicing medicine for 45 years and trainer and teacher for more than 35 years. Has done more 100 webinars and more than in 100 different topics in behavioral science. With the short intro, I'd like to hand over the session to you, sir. Happy to have you, sir. Waiting for your knowledge sharing.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I thank the organizers of this mental health webinar series for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts with you all. I'm going to start the slideshow, and I request you to keep your mic muted. And during the presentation, during the PowerPoint presentation, please don't ask any questions. We can have discussion, Q&A session after the presentation is over. I will try to finish my presentation before, say, 5:50. So we'll have at least 10 minutes for Q&A session. During the presentation session, we'll have interaction through the chat box. I'll be posing some simple questions to get your feedback often. Questions like, is it clear? Then the answer I expect is either yes or no, just to put the alphabet Y or N. Or if I ask some other question like, do you want me to explain it? Then I would like you to put in the chat box E. The whole idea is to make sure that there's no communication failure. Because sometimes certain things which I know very well, you may find it difficult to understand. That is why I'm interacting with you throughout this session. And I assume the slide is visible and I am audible. The topic is stupidity quotient. Question number 1. Have you heard anybody giving a talk on stupidity? If the answer is yes, put Y in the chat box. If it is no, N. Okay. So most of you have not heard anybody giving a talk on stupidity. Believe me, you will be really surprised about this talk after listening to the talk about stupidity. This is a 4E mission of PANSIGHT is the brand name for my webinars. Entertain, educate, enlighten, and empower. My webinars are always based on FEQT. Facts, I will share authentic facts. Then experience from my own professional life and personal life. Then quotations, my own quotes, and quotations from other sources. Then thoughts. Purpose of today's talk: understand what is stupidity. There's a big difference between knowing and understanding. Some people know what stupidity is, but they don't understand what stupidity is. So that is why I use the word understanding stupidity. Learn how to manage stupidity. Stupidity is a problem, just like a health problem. Like, for example, COVID is a health problem. How to prevent and how to treat. Just like that, how to prevent stupidity and how to cure or take good care of stupidity. That is what the purpose of this session is. Okay, before I go to this slide, I contacted 5 people from my social circle. Engineers, doctors, teachers, bank managers. And I requested them to define stupidity. None of them could define stupidity. And one person, he told me, hey, you don't need, one professor, you don't need a definition for stupidity. You can easily find out whether a person is stupid or not by listening to what he says or watching what he does. So nobody was able to define stupidity. I consulted many online dictionaries. The definition which was not comprehensive. So I have come up with my own definition. And I'm absolutely sure I will be able to convince you about the validity of my definition. You will agree before the end of my session. This is my own definition. Behavior that shows lack of common sense or good judgment. Is the definition clear? I'm not asking whether you agree. Is the definition clear? If it is clear, put yes. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I try to make everything simple. And our Dr. Suresh Kumar Murugesan, he also tries to make his talks very simple and short. This is my own quote. Making poor decisions and acting on wrong decisions despite having the necessary information is stupidity. I repeat, in spite of having the necessary information is stupidity. It is not due to ignorance. Do you agree? If you agree, put A. If you disagree, put D. Agreed. Gurupasamy. Okay. Thank you. Somebody has unmuted. Naveen. There are numerous books on stupidity. 10 stupid things grown-ups and say and do. Stupid things you should avoid. Then the psychology of stupidity. The world is full of stupid people. Daniel Nayeri. My dear friends, do you agree with that statement? If you agree, put A. If you disagree, put D. Agree. Dr. Archana, Suresh Kumar, okay. World is full of, I like that quote. That's why I've displayed that one. Albert Einstein, the Nobel Prize winner. Only 2 things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the former. That is the sense of humor. Albert Einstein, he says that universe is infinite and human stupidity is also infinite. But he is not sure whether the universe is infinite. But he is absolutely sure the human stupidity is infinite. Kerala couple plunged to death from Osmite cliff while taking selfie, claims family member. This happened 6 years back. Couple, Vishnu and Meenakshi, young IT professionals who are working for Cisco, so highly qualified and high income job. What were they doing? Vishnu and Meenakshi documented their travel adventures in a blog called Holidays and Happily Ever Afters. Do you know every year hundreds of people they get killed while taking this selfie in India? Not illiterate people. They are highly qualified, trying to take a selfie by standing in front of an oncoming train and trying to take a selfie by standing at the edge of a cliff. Are you aware of this fact? If you are aware, put A. I want to make sure that is what I am sharing is, as Archana ji and others also, please. Okay, you are aware. This is happening every day and every year. Hundreds of people get killed. So that is stupidity. Here, this gentleman, his name Bhagwal Singh, around close to 60 years old. His second wife, Laila. This Bhagwal Singh, a traditional healer in Kerala, and he is a poet and is a social activist. This gentleman, Mohammed Shafiq, he is an occult practitioner. And these two ladies, Padma and Rosalind, what happened? Why am I showing this slide? Kerala women sacrificed in ritual to get rich. 3 arrested. Police. This happened 2 years back. That couple, middle-aged couple, they got connected with that black magic practitioner through the social media. And that Mohammed Shafiq was able to brainwash and make them believe they can get a lot of wealth by sacrificing human life. And they lured one woman, they killed, they tortured and murdered. Not only that, they ate the flesh. They ate the human flesh. Because this guy was able to convince them or persuade them that will preserve their youth. No prosperity. Then 3 months later, the Shafiq told one more human sacrifice. So they lured the second woman. They did the same thing. Now tell me. 2 lives lost. Now all the 3 people are in jail. Is it as evidence of stupidity? Mary Elizabeth, thank you. Is this a concrete evidence of stupidity? Yes, yes. Karthik ji, yes. 100%. Highly literate Kerala, literacy 100%. Why did that? Why did that happen? I'm going to explain later. Ernakulam woman, that was a doctor, loses rupees 1.12 crore to fraudsters who told her she won online lottery worth rupees 1 crore. Hey, you didn't even buy a ticket. And somebody says that you have won 1.12 crores, and then you believe that one, and then you interact with that person, subsequently give your bank account and password, everything, you lose the money. Doctor. Jyoti Mukherjee, very stupid. That is happening every day. I can give, on this topic, I can give talk for 10 hours. And when I prepared the slides, and more than 120 slides, I have trimmed a lot of examples, real life examples. Again in Kerala, 100% literacy. Over 20,000 people in Kerala lost 201 crore in online frauds. In 2023, in just 1 year, this is reported. There will be definitely at least 5 times more unreported. Not everybody is going to report or complain to the police. This is underreported and unreported. Is this number really boggling? Especially highly literate Kerala? If it is boggling, put why. Are you really surprised or stunned? As Archanaji, stunned. So that is what. The world is full of stupid people. This happened in UP. No woman left in my family now. You see the dead bodies. You see the dead bodies. Hathras in UP recently. I think a couple of months back. One Bole Baba, who was a police constable few years back. And he became a self-styled God man. And nearly 250,000 people they gathered. And when the Baba left, they all jumped to get the Charan Dhul, is the dust. That stampede, 121 people died. Are you aware of this news? If you are aware of this news, put A in the chat box. If you are aware, A in the chat box. Or is it not a typical example of, so some people are not aware. So, yes, Sanal Kumar not aware. Okay. That is, no problem. Some people are not aware. That is stupidity. What about their families? 121 people, that no woman and children. That is stupidity. Some more real life examples of stupidity. Lifestyle. We are talking about lifestyle diseases, lifestyle health problems. And who knows this better than doctors? Doctors, we know. But I see plenty of doctors, not all, plenty of doctors, they suffer from lifestyle health problems. One of my professors back home, cardiology professor, he used to carry 555 cigarette and he would smoke 15 to 20 cigarettes. And he would eat only junk food. And he will advise patients to quit smoking. He said, no, smoking is not good. You'll get heart attack. But this professor, he carries cigarettes in his pocket, which the patients can see. That is hypocrisy. He is not able to practice what he was preaching. And doctors again, food habits. They eat a lot of junk food. They skip their breakfast and lunch. Money, 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 money. I have seen in USA also, some of my colleagues, they don't eat the lunch. They skip the lunch. In the long run, they develop all sorts of abdominal health problems. Are you convinced? If you are convinced, put C. That's what I told you. That is stupidity. In spite of being aware of it, it's not lack of knowledge. It's not lack of knowledge. It's not because of ignorance. But they do all these things. And for your information, according to the IMA, that is Indian Medical Association, they published reports in 2 consecutive years. As per that report, the lifespan, the longevity of doctors is 10 years less than the longevity of laymen. Doctors, they don't live longer. They died 10 years before. Is this information new? If it is new for you, put N, that is new. Yeah, I am sharing facts, new, Kusumji. So that speaks volumes about the stupidity. Doctors, they are not able to take care of their own health. Thank you. Myopia. Myopia is short-sightedness, vision. Myopia can give headache. Myopia can have impact in a significant way. Now hard facts. It's very common now among children. According to the CDC, that is Center for Disease Control in USA, published nearly 36% of children, they suffer from myopia. And another data, 1999, it was only 4.4%. From 4.4%, now the number has gone up to 36%. I contacted my friend who is a senior ophthalmologist and retired from the medical college service in Trivandrum. His name is Dr. Mahadevan. I contacted him and I asked him to just get it verified. He said, oh yes, he is seeing plenty of children with myopia, headache, blurring of vision. Why? Because children are now addicted to internet. Not only children, adults are also. Screen time. 8 to 10-year-old kids, they spend 4 to 6 hours on the internet. Between 11 and 15, up to 9 hours. Who is responsible for this internet addiction? Think. Parents and grandparents, they are responsible. Here in USA, I see, I'm sure that you must be seeing the same thing there also. A 2-year-old kid holding a cell phone close to the face and completely absorbed. Screen time. Because the parents and grandparents, they give the cell phones for them to play video games. And here I find that in this mental health webinar itself, I had the opportunity to listen to some talks on internet addiction, screen time. What's happening? This problem is getting worse. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. So the children are now, because the Agatha Christie, her quote, world is full of good parents who do all the bad things for their children. Am I right? If I am right, put R. These parents and grandparents, they do the wrong things for their children, bad things for the children. Children cannot buy a cell phone. They didn't get it from sky. It is the parents and grandparents. That is stupidity. Fingerprint. You will be amazed. Long time back, for getting the green card in the USA, file the application, everything, then you have to go to get the medical clearance. You have to see a doctor, and they do all the tests for HIV, that is AIDS, and hepatitis, X-ray to rule out TB. Then fingerprinting. I have to go to the immigration office and get the fingerprint done. Then what happened? Usually, you used to get the green card within 8 or 9 months. That year, there was backlog. And 1 year later, I received a letter from the immigration office. Your fingerprint has expired. come for getting a new fingerprint. How can, it is not a medicine. How can a fingerprint expire? So I had to cancel my clinic, causing inconvenience for 20 patients. And one day of my pay is lost. I had to go there by 6 o'clock, stand in the line, then go for the fingerprinting. So I asked that person who was taking the fingerprinting, I asked him, how can the fingerprint expire? With a serious expression, he told me, if you want answer to that question, you have to contact Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Because he's not the guy who decided that fingerprinting should be done after 1 year. Do you agree that is absolute stupidity? If you think absolute stupidity, yes, Munish Devagan. But I was not that day. I was not laughing. I was really angry that day because I had to waste 1 day on my money, causing a lot of inconvenience. So that is what stupidity is. So Albert Einstein, his comment statement, there are two things that are infinite. That is not just money-making procedure. I don't have to pay even a single penny for getting that repeat, that fingerprint, Jyoti-ji. It is the money wasting. The government wastes the money by taking that one. No money making, money wasting. So Albert Einstein again, he says, there is no vaccine against stupidity. I don't need to explain. Albert Einstein has very rich sense of humor. Then 5 causes of illogical thinking. Stupidity is because of irrational thinking. Voluntary ignorance. What do I mean by voluntary ignorance? These days, next question, how many of you read newspapers, either offline or online? If you read, put Y in the chat box. If you read Y, okay, no, Mary Elizabeth, and Priyambada, yes. Then Kusum Tiwari, yes, and C. Matthew. And when others are silent, that is the nearly 65 participants, R.K. Kapoorji, and plenty of people, they are silent. So that means it is not that they are paralyzed. They can press a key. So plenty of people, they don't read newspaper. They keep themselves ignorant about all these online scams, fraud, and they become victims of online, the cyber, the crimes. Because of that, they stay voluntary ignorance. My dear friends, my take-home message, please read either online or offline newspaper, quality newspaper daily, so that you will know what is happening. These scams, different kinds of scams. Because of the ignorance, it is easy for the criminals to cheat people. I read 8 to 10 online newspapers every day. I don't watch the online the TV news. TV news don't do that one because they sensationalize. In Kerala, the TV news we watch, oh yeah, that Hema report, that in the Mollywood, that sexual abuse, that is all. Nothing else. Nothing else is important. 24 hours, they do that one. Am I right? If I'm right, put R in the chat box. Those are from Kerala. 24 hours. What about many things are happening? Hey, Sanal Kumarji, Rajesh Kumarji, that is what? The TV, TRP rating. They want business. They don't want to share the news, real news. So that is what is happening. Nancy Matthew, thank you. Don't watch news. I stopped watching TV news 30 years ago. I'm not kidding. I read newspapers online. Prejudice, obvious. If you have a prejudiced mind is a closed mind. Closed mind. They refuse to see facts. They refuse to accept truth. prejudices. Different kinds of racism. What is the racial this one? That is because of prejudice. Caste everything, upper caste, lower caste. These are all prejudices. Prejudice mind. Egotism. Superiority complex. Oh, I know everything. I know everything. And then what happens? They don't ask anybody. They don't get to consult anybody. Yeah, they know everything. I know. I have got MA. I have got a PhD. I know everything. These are all stupid. I'm very intelligent. But inflated self-esteem. Denial and emotional hijacking. I'm going to explain what this emotional hijacking is. Emotional hijacking leads to stupidity. What are the emotions I'm talking about? Anger, fear, greed. That is what happened with that human sacrifice. And that is what happened to that lady doctor who lost more than 1 crore. Then lust, honey trapping, hate, happiness, too much of happiness. You are excited. Then again, you will make all the wrong decisions. Yes, they don't even think about the consequences. Is it clear? Do you want me to explain more? If you want me to explain more, put E in the chat box. I think that is crystal clear. Agree and clear. Thank you, Yudhimagadi. Explain. One person has asked, Pinky Kumari, but most of the people, it is clear. So I request you to, I'll be sharing the PowerPoint slides in the form of a PDF. And please watch that one again, read that one again, and sit and think. And it will be crystal clear. Fear, that COVID phobia, many people did many stupid things. A couple of my own friends, medical friends, doctor friends, when they get a newspaper, they would take an iron box and iron the newspaper, thinking that heart, that one will kill the virus. And I have seen some people wearing 2 gloves, double gloves, when they went for grocery shopping. Stupid things. And one of my relatives, he didn't, between 2020 and 2024, this year he died. 4 years, he didn't even leave his house. His son, who was around 50 years old, he died from heart attack. He didn't go for the funeral because of the fear of getting the COVID. And his granddaughter's marriage, it was just 1 kilometer away from his house. He didn't. Is this enough? Clear? If it is clear, put C. Okay, thank you, Sanal Kumarji. And let's see.
No.
You can never underestimate the stupidity of the general public. I'll come to that one again later. In the long run, the greatest weapon of mass destruction is stupidity. Do you want me to explain? Put E in the chat box. Mass stupidity. In the chat box, E. I will explain. Okay, Galaxy Pinky Kumari. A country's growth, prosperity, development, economic welfare of the country is very important. The country grows, prospers, then as the people also will be able to get the benefit. Am I right? If I am right, put R. The country is not growing well economically. There won't be any development. You need money for infrastructure development, many roads or construction of hospitals. You need money. But what is happening in India? Some political parties, election promise, freebies, the free bus ride, free 200 units of electricity. Even America, I find that America is not a rich country. America is a poor country. America, nobody gets any free electricity. No woman can ride in a bus for free. But in India, yes, free bus ride, free electricity. So India is the highly developed country. So when you give these things free, the money doesn't come from the sky. So the money which should be used for infrastructure development and many other constructive activities, it goes. And they make the people also lazy. Lazy people in the long run, yeah, free TV, mixie, grinder. In the long run, laziness, nations, they ruin. Now, is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. I'm not against any particular political party. I am speaking facts. I'm trying to make people realize this one. And again, voting, give 2,000 rupees and the people vote. And they are not even thinking, hey, if he is giving 2,000 rupees, obviously it is not coming from his pocket. Then if he gives 2,000 rupees for millions of people, obviously, yes, that they can loot once they come to the power through corruption. Where is that thinking involved? No. That is mass stupidity. I am infected with your stupidity. Stupidity is contagious. That is my own quote. Herd mentality is nothing but mass stupidity. Herd mentality. That is what is happening in Bangladesh. What happened now? A high court judge, he reinstated that reservation for the children and grandchildren of freedom fighters of independence movement of Bangladesh. He reinstated, whereas the Sheikh Hasina, she scrapped that one. She scrapped that reservation. The court, they reinstated. And what happened? Who did they attack? They attacked Hindus. They attacked Hindu temples. What did the Hindus do? What for this reservation? No, look, herd mentality, crowd, anger, and Sheikh Hasina was worsted. Are you convinced? It is highly infectious. One person does, the other person immediately. Anger, everything is contagious. Stupidity. Sanal Kumar, thank you. So it is very, very contagious. If you spend more time in the company of stupid people, you will also become stupid. Stay away from people who are stupid. Okay? The problem with the world is that the intelligent people are full of doubts, while the stupid ones are full of confidence. I'll explain that one also. Stupid people have an answer for every question. Wise people have a question for every answer. If you ask a stupid person, no doubted. They will immediately give an answer. Without any facts, without any evidence. Whereas wise people, skeptical mind, is that right? Why? Why not? Such questions. The wise people, the other people, no. Because these are some of these observations based on my own personal and professional experience. I'm sure that is after this session, if you sit and think, you will find, yes, you will agree with that quote. Okay, thank you, B.K. Bharati. What people commonly call fate is mostly their own stupidity. Yeah, every year, hundreds of people, they get killed in motor vehicle accident in USA. In that one, a significant number of people, they get killed because they don't wear the seat belt. They know, they are aware that seat belt wearing is to protect yourself. They get killed. Oh, it is a fate. Oh, that bad accident. He died because of that bad accident. And they attribute everything to fate. That is due to stupidity. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. It is not fate. There has nothing to do with. And while driving again, texting and accident. While driving, they text. Is that urgent? And your attention is distracted. And plenty of people, they suffer from ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity, multitasking. I have shared only facts. Logical thinking skills deficiency is the mother of stupidity. That is my own quote. Technology is getting smarter, people are getting dumber. I hadn't known there were so many idiots in the world until I started using the internet. Absolutely true. Because I read online newspapers. Online newspapers, some newspapers, there'll be readers' comments to any news. Times of India, Madhubhumi, NDTV also. Then I read the comments, I find stupidity. When they are talking about that news is about the Bangladesh, that rioting, the readers' comments about Wayanad disaster, and the central government is not giving adequate funds. And the Prime Minister Modi, he didn't come immediately. Stupidity. This news is about Bangladesh, and your comment is about something else. And there again, if Modi came on the next day, that would interfere with the rescue operations because they have to arrange the security. Nothing. Do you agree? Put A in the chat box. Put A in the chat box, please. Agree. Okay. Bharati. Mary Elizabeth. So that is again from Kerala. The so-called Prabuddha or highly literate. I give you only one or two examples. There are numerous examples. Real stupidity beats artificial intelligence every time. That is real. Life is tough, but it's tougher if you are stupid. Is it true? If it is true, put T. Life is already tough. If it is tougher if you are stupid. True, Karthikji. Yes, thank you. And then one Tamil movie, Singham, Surya, the hero, his dialogue is, வாடுறதே கஷ்டம் வாடுறதே கஷ்டம் அதுல நல்லவனா வாடுறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். So life itself is, living itself is hard, challenging. And if you are a good person, honest person, then it will be more challenging. The same way, here, if you are a stupid person, yes, life will be tougher. Only idiots refuse to change their minds. Bridget Barrow. Stupid people, even if you show the evidence, facts, evidence, they refuse. No. This is what I think. No. I'm not convinced. I won't believe. They will even refuse to look at the data and evidence. Am I right? If I'm right, put R. I'm sure that some of you must have experienced this. There is people who refuse to examine the, yes, thank you, Nayeri. Refusing to examine the evidence. You show them the evidence. And about the CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, that won't deny citizenship or won't remove the citizenship of people who are born in India, who are already citizens. That is for people, illegal immigrants. And that too, some particular community that is from Pakistan, Afghanistan, or Bangladesh, suppose Muslims, suppose minorities like Hindus, Christians, and Sikhs, Buddhists, they come, and if they have been here for many years before December 2014, yes, they will get the citizenship. This is not taking away the citizenship of people in India, but again, the stupidity. The politicians, they brainwash. Lot of agitation. Am I right? That's the thinking. No, mass stupidity. Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. In many hospital committee meetings, then I used to attend, when they come with some changes in the protocol policies, when I find that those are all irrational, stupid, and when I raise my voice, but most of the other people, they agree, clap, they accept that. Subsequently, they implement that new policies, all new problems arise. So that is the stupidity in Never underestimate the power of stupid people in large groups. Men are born ignorant, not stupid. They are made stupid by education. And is it true? If it is true, put T. If it is true, education actually, formal education, that is the people without formal education, they are intelligent. Dhirubhai Ambani, he didn't have any college degree. Steve Jobs, he didn't have a college degree. All smart. Formal education makes people stupid. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. There's more stupidity than hydrogen in the universe, and it has a longer shelf life. It's hard to win an argument with a smart person. It is damn near impossible to win an argument with a stupid person. Because stupid person will refuse to accept facts and evidence. Then how can you win? No way. Mary Elsabaji, thank you. Prescription to cure or prevent stupidity. Read self-development books. I started reading after the age of 28. It made a huge difference. Self-empowerment books are available. They don't cost a lot. Or online again, many self-empowerment articles. Practice good listening skills. Only if you listen well, you'll be able to understand. What do I find in the webinars also? I find if it starts at 5 o'clock till 6 o'clock, and some people, they come and join 15 minutes or 20 minutes late, and they leave before that one. And while they are this one, they may be doing some multitasking, doing something else. There's no listening. And you must have noticed, if I am coming for a webinar, I come sharp at 5 o'clock and I stay till 6 o'clock. I listen. I try to learn something new. Ask probing questions. I ask why? Why not? People don't ask questions. Hunt for facts and evidence. Develop logical thinking skills. PANSIGHT videos. If you watch my videos, which are already uploaded, common sense deficiency syndrome, logical thinking, that'll be very useful and insightful. Upcoming talks in my platform this Thursday, crazy English. English language is very crazy. It'll be very fun. It'll be very interesting. Then being assertive. That's good. Now, I welcome your questions and comments. I told you, I will leave at least 10 minutes for Q&A session. Time management is not difficult. Okay, go ahead. Questions, raise your hand. Josina, raise your hand because I have seen. Okay, no, Sanal Kumarji, go ahead. Ask me a question. Or if you want to share something.
Okay. So one thing is self-medication. Can we include self-medication and Googling, diagnosis via Googling, self-stupidity? Okay.
Very good. Very good. I'm glad that you asked that question. These days, people they consult Dr. Google. Dr. Google for any symptom. And they will have a long list of differential problems, diagnosis, headache. Okay, Dr. Google. Dr. Google will say even brain tumor as one of the reasons. Now you get panic. This I saw. That is 14 years back when I was in Trivandrum. I went to see one of my friends who is a neurologist. While he was in a hospital, I just thought of spending 5 minutes with him. And he asked me to sit there, and he was examining a new patient, a couple. That woman was complaining of headache. And I was sitting and I was watching. So I listened to the whole history, complaints. And her headache, after listening to her and examining her, he said, nothing to worry. It is a tension headache. And he gave a prescription and he told them, okay, take this medication. And if you don't get better in 2 weeks, then you come. If you don't get better in 2 weeks, you come. He didn't order for any investigations. Then what happened? And the husband said, sorry, CT scan. Don't you need a CT scan? He said, no, you don't need a CT scan. It is only tension headache. The tension I take. No, she is very much worried because she has read some health magazines and online. It could be brain tumor. She's worried whether it is brain tumor. So CT scan. My friend immediately wrote, CT scan, go and take it. Go and take it. Then I asked my friend, hey, why did you prescribe the CT scan? Venu, I'm tired. These people, they make a self-diagnosis. They make a self-diagnosis. They come to you to get this investigation done. If you don't order, they will go to a different doctor. So I will lose this patient. And that guy will order the CT scan. So why should I lose my patient? And it will cost nearly some 3,000 rupees. And for your information, my dear friends, the radiation, amount of radiation from a CT scan is more than the amount of radiation you get from taking 200 X-ray, chest X-ray. 200 chest X-ray, one single CT scan. So it is not safe. And you spend 3,000 rupees and radiation for what? Because of this Googling, this self-diagnosis. Is it clear? If it is clear, put C in the chat box. Don't do the Googling. Google search is not. Because some people, they contact me. Here also WhatsApp, hey, I did this Google search. This is what is your opinion? What is your opinion? They want my second opinion. Okay, that's a good question. Anybody else?
Plus self-medication, counter buying is also like that. Okay.
Exactly. Over-the-counter medication. When you buy some painkillers, and when you go to that guy who is selling that in the shop, he is not a qualified person. He may be a high school dropout. And he will give some pain medication like a Brufen or some other pain medication for your back pain or knee pain. And that can, if your kidney, if you're a senior citizen and your kidney function is not that good, that can cause kidney failure. These days we find plenty of people suffering from kidney failure and on dialysis. These are all the risks of self-medication. Okay, any other question? I have seen another thing also. Here I brought for my 50-minute presentation 40 slides. And I have seen some people, when they come to give a 50-minute talk, they bring 70 to 80 slides. Then they rush through. They rush through. Time management. That's what one has to learn. Anybody else? Anybody else want to ask a question? Don't feel intimidated. Don't feel intimidated. Because if you ask questions, just like Sanal Kumarji, he asked a very pertinent question. Very pertinent question. Ask me. Cultivate reading habits. I was also stupid. I'm not saying that I'm totally stupidity-free person, but I was stupid before the age of 28 because my reading habits were poor. I seldom used to read anything outside my medicine syllabus. Extracurricular reading, virtually nil. Then at the age of 28, I started reading. Aha, that made a big difference. Transformation, self-development. And the last 40 years, I bought more than 1,200 non-fiction books. 1,200. Did I read all the 1,200 books from page number 1 to the last page? No. Then I'll be lying. I choose some chapters. Then I read. So that reading has empowered me. You get enlightened and you feel empowered. Is there any some question?
Yeah, sir, it is the feedback, not question, sir. I think, see, when I see the topic stupidity quotient, I'm not having any idea. So I thought of being here. And it is really interesting. And lastly, I come to know that I am also part of it.
No, one thing, Suresh Kumarji, what I admire about you, that is one, the number of slides you show. If it is you limit your whole presentation within 30 minutes.
Yes.
And you leave ample time for discussion.
True, sir. So
and
that
Yeah, that itself is. But I have seen some people that is 70 to 80 slides and crammed with a lot of stuff.
Yes, yes. Sometime I may done that also. Now it is on what we can say transformation happened. So when I'm associated with the TAU, Textile American University, where the time limit is very important, then it comes to us, sir, not immediately. But I really enjoy that the inputs. And earlier I never thought that I'm a part of it. One among the stupid things I have done. But when I'm counting what you're presenting, I found that, okay, many things we have done that. Okay, by trial, after committing the mistakes, now we are elevated, not doing so. So thank you so much for the wonderful session, for new learning for me, sir. Thank you so much.
And you have seen the
Yes.
font size, my font size,
Highly
easily readable.
readable.
Subsequently, if you watch it on the cell phone, again, you can read them.
Yes.
I go for the font size 40 to 48.
Now, I think in the previous presentation onwards, we can able to see only the big font only. I'm not using that the description of those things. I'm keeping it in my mind, and really that. Thank you for that input, sir. Thank you.
And you know that is the Zoom platform. I've used the Google Meet also and the Zoom. This one, I can watch you also. I don't need two devices. With one device, I can.
That there are many facilities are there. And actually, we had a discussion. Probably we may come up with Zoom in a week time.
Yeah. And another thing also, Suresh Kumarji, I don't understand why people, because when the slides, PowerPoint slides, the tiny fonts, and I try to take a screenshot, and I find that emojis, they are sending all these, clapping.
For youngsters, na, sir, they are having some new trend. Actually, they don't want to type it anything, but they want to express their emotion, they express their point. For example,
No, Suresh Kumarji, I'm sorry to share the ugly fact. Next time you come and watch our own that one, people, the organizers, they are not youngsters. They frequently shower, in spite of the fact some other participants also say that don't, because it is interfering with and it is a distraction also. You are sharing the feedback anyway. The feedback form, you are sending the feedback to the speaker. Yes. And the chat box also, you can, why the hell do you send all these emojis? It's a distraction.
I agree, sir. But for youngsters, I can say that it is it is the way of doing it. But I'm not saying about it all. But they were trained on those things. We have to acknowledge them also. No? It does not happen in a single day. So we need to make them to understand that how to use it. Even when you look at that, earlier anyone can unmute, switch on your video, sir, in Zoom. But now they disabled, I remember when I was uncomfortable, when I'm wearing my shirt, it is turned on by the organizer. I told them I'm wearing my shirts. So it has happened. But now the Zoom platform itself, they disabled. Only the person who can want to open the video, they can able to. So they learn by what we can say, but upcoming days, that will be etiquette for them. Use the platform, sir.
Again, Suresh Kumarji, from tomorrow onwards, come to our that mental health webinar. There are no youngsters. I'm talking about people, middle-aged people and the senior citizens sending all these emojis non-stop, frequently. Thank you. I shared a fact. Anybody else who wants to ask a question? Or
sir, I have one more meeting. I'm leaving now. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, Karthik here. Just last one question. So what was the motivation for you to choose this topic, sir? Because I have heard about emotional quotient, IQ quotient, but this was a new thing. Just want to know what motivated you to choose this one.
Okay. I have given talks on stupidity before also. My first talk during the COVID pandemic, that is in 2020 September, was common sense. Because working in USA, I find my co-workers, patients, they're asking dumb questions also. For example, Karthikji, when you ask this one, this is the truth is stranger than fiction. I'm going to share a real life incident. I prescribed a patient, a veteran patient. He was around some 50 or 55 years old. came with a sore throat. I examined, and 95% of the sore throat is not due to bacterial infection. It is due to virus infection. And examination, yes. Then I don't write medications unnecessarily. Especially, I don't prescribe antibiotics if there is no evidence of bacterial infection. So I told the patient, I would like you to gargle with the warm saline. You know, gargling? Gargle with the warm saline for 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 times a day. Then avoid eating or drinking cold food. That means don't drink or eat food that is cold, either room temperature or warm. And his question, do you know what he asked? Do you have any questions? I asked him, do you have any questions? Yeah. Doctor, can I eat ice cream? Can I eat ice cream? Karthik ji?
Yeah, I can understand.
Then I suppressed my irritation. And I said, if the ice cream is hot, yes, you can. If the ice cream is hot, you can. Then immediately said, oh, I get it, doctor. I get it, doctor. So that is what the people, they don't think. Like that, numerous examples, because we don't have that much of time. I have at least some 100 real life experience examples of interacting with people with showing stupidity. Money management, living beyond means, and you go into debt. Youngsters who come from India on H-1B visa, IT professionals, H-1B visa is not green card. When you come that one, that employer, if they terminate your job, within 60 days, if you don't get another job, you have to leave the country. 60 days time frame. Lot of uncertainty. And some guys come, okay, the salary is good, maybe around, say, $80,000 or $100,000. They immediately want to impress their family members back home and the friends. They immediately want to buy a house. They buy a house every month, mortgage. They have to pay some $2,000 to $3,000. To impress others, they take the picture, send them. Then some people within 6 months, when they lose the job, now what happens? Now, distress sale. And initially they put a down payment of some $10,000 to buy a house worth some $300,000. Down payment. But they had the savings. That is gone. Their credit history is screwed. So these things I have seen. That is what motivated me to give this talk. Have I answered your question? Are you convinced,
Yes, sir.
Karthik ji?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Plenty. Anyway, thank you for asking. That is a very good question. That gave me the opportunity to give you some more real life examples. Now I think that it is time for us to wind up. And if Naveen is
Thank you,
here.
sir. It is
Yes, sir.
wonderful section.
Okay, thank you. And I'll be sharing the PowerPoint slides with the Salim ji and the video recording also. Share it
Thank
with
you,
as
sir.
many people as possible. Yes. I'm
Thank you,
trying
sir.
my
It is
best to.
wonderful session. Please accept our gratitude on behalf of the Yellow Pond Counseling Center, American College Madurai, and Second Boston Mental Health Practitioner Association. Participants, share the knowledge what you have learned as much as possible to everyone. Since learning makes us to be happy and stay healthy. Think so. So share your knowledge as much you have learned. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
sir. It was a very interesting
Thank
session.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you, sir.
very much.